A police officer stops you on the street. He looks you dead in the eye and says ID. Now, your heart is racing. You don't know if you've done anything wrong, and you have no idea if you actually have to hand it over. Most people panic and comply immediately, but here's what the law actually says. And it might be the most important thing you ever hear. Number 10, there is no universal law requiring you to carry ID. Let's start with the fact that shocks almost everyone. In the United States, there is no federal law requiring citizens to carry identification at all times. None. In the UK, there is equally no legal requirement for the general public to carry ID. You cannot be arrested simply for not having ID on you. Not carrying ID is not a crime, remember that. Number 9, but some states have stop and identify laws. Here's where it gets more complicated. In the United States, 24 states have what are called stop and identify statutes. In these states, if a police officer lawfully detains you, meaning they have reasonable suspicion you've been involved in a crime, you may be required to provide your name, just your name, not necessarily a physical ID. Know the laws in your specific state before you find yourself in this situation. Number 8, reasonable suspicion is the key phrase. Police cannot stop you and demand ID for absolutely no reason. They must have reasonable suspicion, a genuine, articulable belief based on specific facts that you have been, are, or are about to be involved in criminal activity. A hunch is not enough. Your appearance alone is not enough. Simply being in an area is not enough. If an officer cannot explain their reasonable suspicion, their stop may be unlawful. Number 7, it is legal for you to ask, "Are you detaining me?" This is one of the most powerful questions you can ask in this situation. Am I being detained or am I free to go? If the officer says you are not being detained, you can walk away. If they say you are being detained, then they have to tell you why. Ask calmly, clearly, without aggression. This question forces the officer to justify their actions under the law. Use it. Number 6, in the UK, stop and search powers. In England and Wales, police can stop and search you without needing to arrest you, but only under specific legal powers. Section 60 of the Criminal Justice and Public Order Act allows officers to stop and search in a designated area without individual suspicion. Outside of these specific powers, officers cannot simply demand your ID without lawful reason. Knowing which power an officer is using is your right. Number 5, remaining silent is not the same as refusing to cooperate. Here's a critical distinction most people miss. In the United States, the Fifth Amendment protects your right to remain silent. Exercising that right is not obstruction. It is not resisting arrest. It is a constitutionally protected right. In the UK, you have a similar right under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act. Staying silent and refusing to physically cooperate with a lawful order are two very different things legally. Number 4, filming a police encounter is generally legal. If you are stopped by police, you generally have the right to film the encounter in both the United States and the United Kingdom, provided you do not physically interfere with the officer's duties. In the US, filming police in public is protected under the First Amendment. In the UK, there is no law preventing members of the public from filming officers in public spaces. Film calmly. Say nothing unnecessary. Number 3, never physically resist, even if the stop is unlawful. This is the most important practical advice in this entire video. Even if you believe a stop is completely unlawful, never physically resist. Comply in the moment. Challenge it legally afterwards. Physical resistance, even to an unlawful stop, can result in additional criminal charges that are far harder to defend than the original stop. Your legal remedy is in court, not on the street. Stay calm, stay safe. Number 2, you can make a complaint afterwards. If you believe a police officer stopped you unlawfully, demanded ID without legal basis, or violated your rights in any way, you have the right to make a formal complaint. In the UK, complaints go to the Independent Office for Police Behavior or Conduct. In the US, You can file a complaint with the relevant police department or pursue a civil rights claim. Your rights don't end when the encounter does. Number 1, always get a badge number and officer name. The single most important thing you can do during any police encounter, get the officer's ID. You are legally entitled to this information in most jurisdictions. Write it down immediately afterwards. Note the time, location, and exactly what was said. This information is essential if you later need to make a complaint or pursue legal action. So the next time an officer says ID now, you'll know exactly where you stand. Know your rights, stay calm, ask the right questions, and never ever physically resist. If this video gave you something you didn't know before, subscribe right now, because every week we bring you the legal knowledge that could protect you when it matters most. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. It might be the most important thing you send them today. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is for general educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Laws vary significantly by country, state, and jurisdiction. Nothing in this video should be relied upon as a substitute for professional legal advice tailored to your specific situation. If you have a legal issue, please consult a qualified lawyer in your jurisdiction.